What's going on, guys? It's Quit Talking Paintball, and today I want to do a little bit of a different video and kind of focus on more of an appreciation type video, since I have a decent amount of markers that kind of come in that don't necessarily need full out reviews, but I want to kind of highlight the cool features of some of these markers and just kind of hit the bullet marks or the bullet points for these. So today we're going to be taking a look at Macdev's Cyborg RX. If you guys aren't familiar, this is a stacked tube pop-it marker that came out in around 2008. Its main competition during the time was obviously Pointed Eclipse's Egos. So this is an original box here, or original case. It's actually quite large compared to Pointed Eclipse's typical cases, with CSR as an example. It's a bit wider, taller, and just quite large. So let's open it up and see. So as you guys can see, it comes with a 2-piece barrel with a 689 back, Macdev militia lube, a Allen key set, and a barrel sock. Now it probably came with a small spare parts kit, nowhere probably near the size that PE provides, but it probably came with a small set. Also included is a sort of colored manual. We got stickers here with some diagrams and settings. So it's a pretty nice package. Easily competes well with PE and is quite competitive. So we have the Cyborg RX here. Just a caveat, I changed the macro line here, and this is not the stock trigger. This is a Violent Series trigger. There is also a soft tip bolt in it, and it comes with a hard tip bolt, as you see here. So a little bit more about the RX. This is not Macdev's first stacked tube pop-it. They've had a few iterations prior to this one, but this is really where they started to modernize their guns here. We have a nice LED board here, non-color, but very similar and functions very similar to what they have now. We have a purging on-off ASA. They're fantastic gladiator reg. Now, if you guys aren't familiar, Macdev started off making regulators, so this is a very solid high flow rate regulator. Yeah, absolutely perfect reg. We have the LPR here, and if you guys notice, a enclosed bolt, which is really awesome for a stacked tube pop-it marker. So you guys don't really need to worry about dirt and debris getting into the breech and causing excessive wear prematurely. So this definitely helps with that. So just to show off this feature, now it's pretty simple. You can either grab onto the back or kind of grab your nail underneath. Lift up the lip here. So you have this little tab here, which is what interfaces with the rammer down below in this lower tube. You just pull this whole assembly out. This is the back cap, obviously, and the bolt. Very cool system. Now that that is out, you can remove the back rammer cap. If you guys are familiar with the Cyborg 6, you'll see an immediate resemblance to the two systems. We have a sleeve for the rammer. Along with the rammer that comes out is also the poppet valve, which makes for servicing the marker super easy. It's just a really clever detail to have. Now, it's not the only marker or only stacked tube marker to have this, but at the time, it was a very clever idea. Just put the sleeve back in, you line up the nub. There's a nub on the rammer sleeve, and you line that up with a little indentation in the back of the body, and it allows you to slide it in. Place the bolt in, kind of rotate it upwards, and just push it down. And now it's engaged with the rammer below. So how does this kind of compare with Pointed Clips' ego? Now, they're older egos. I mean, Pointed Clips had this awesome reputation of having these dead reliable markers, and that's definitely the case, and definitely was the case, and has been the case for many years. But even at that time, the markers weren't terribly refined. As markers have been going on and evolving, obviously that's been getting better and better. At the time, the RX is a far more refined marker in comparison. It's a very smooth shooting poppet. It's a little bit louder than probably an Ego at that time. It's definitely louder than like the Cyborg 6 or the G6R, but it's a very refined poppet. It has a very smooth action to it, and it's just a beautiful marker with really awesome designs. So if you guys ever see an RX, especially one in this pristine of condition, definitely pick one up. They are, it's crazy to think that this marker came out in 2008, and it really did. There's really a lack of appreciation here unless you're really familiar with Macdev, as most of the community isn't really aware of this marker. So I'm sorry I don't have a shooting video to include with this video, but yeah, I just wanted to bring some attention to the RX here. And if you guys have any questions, leave them down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.